So where I left off was we were on this preview page of the full screen of our Neatline exhibit, and we wanted to make this text connect to this point on the map. So from this screen, we have to use the back button to get back to the Neatline dashboard. If you wanted to follow along in the PDF, we are now at this point here. So we're at exhibit settings. We want to go to the exhibit settings. Click on the exhibit settings for your project, and we're going to work in the narrative again. Okay, so I've typed this text in already. This view is looking northwest over the town of Lowville. So let's make that work. The town is located in the Black River Valley on Mill Creek. Mill Creek is the text I wanted to highlight. Now, in order to make this connection between the two, we're going to have to use that slug that we created. We need to do this in the source editor. So locate the text that you want. Mill Creek is the text I want to highlight. I'm going to use a div tag with a predefined attribute. A span tag, and with a predefined attribute of data Neatline slug. So we're going to open the span tag. To write the attribute, we type in data Neatline slug. Now that's predefined already in all of the HTML and CSS files that are saved on the server elsewhere. We're just going to refer to that, and this will know to do that by using this specific attribute. We use the equals, and then in parentheses, we type in the slug. Mine was mill-creek. It has to be exactly the same. Close the quotations, close the tag. Now we have to do a closing tag after Mill Creek. So we do open / span, close. Now that has created a link around this information here. It should highlight it. So click on source, and you won't see it appear here, but we have to save it. Save exhibit. And let's go to the full screen view. Now you see that the text is highlighted. And when I move the cursor over it, it makes it yellow. It also makes this point highlight. Or if I do it here, it highlights the text yellow, right? So it made a link between the two, but what if I clicked on it? It actually opens it up. Opens up that record that you made and all the information inside of that. So that's the link I made between the two. Now let's go back, and one other thing that I wanted to show you is how you can actually add a container to your narrative. So that will be part 3, adding container to your narrative. We have to do that in the exhibit settings to work on the narrative text. So say I wanted to actually separate this information from all of this that comes after it. Say I wanted to put all of this inside of a gray box, for instance. How would I do that? Well, the easiest way to do that is actually to use the styles that are already defined and select from this drop-down menu, Special Container. Now that actually adds a box around it, right? So we can work with that box, though. You don't have to stick with this gray and gray. Say you wanted to change that color. When we open up the source code, you actually see the div tag that's being used here, which is to make a separate container. It's given a style. The style is defined where the background color is EEE. Now this is actually a short version of the hexadecimal with the 6 numbers, but what we see here and is implied is that it is EEEEEE. So we have all the reds are E's, all the greens are E's, all the blues are E's, so RGB, right? It would be the same if you wrote it out EEEEEE, like that, right? But this is a short form of it. Same with this. This is also a gray but that darker gray around the border. Now, if I wanted to make, for instance, that background white, I can just do F, 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 and you will see that now it's a white box. Right? So you can change it to any color, and in the basic HTML, PDF, or actually the PowerPoint has the official link. You can just copy and paste it out of the PDF if you wanted to. But you can find all those colors online, what their definition is, and to see what they'll appear as in your browser. So just go back to that. You can see that it changes it back to a gray color. If I wanted the outside of the box to be a blue color, I could do now it has a blue around it, right? So you can make it black too. Now it has a black box around it, right? We can go back to the more subtle version that they had, which was just a darker gray around the edge of it. You can choose whatever color you want. You have to use these. You can choose colors, whatever you choose. This is up to you. Now, if I wanted to also make my name stand apart from this text, I could use the emphasis tag. I could do it by selecting the italic here. You'll see that in here, it actually, inside of the paragraph tag, it created an emphasis tag. It opened and closed it right there. So now my name stands apart from the following text. So let's save that exhibit. Go to full screen view. Now you can see that we've started to change the way that this appears. All right, so those are just a few things that you can do to get started on changing your narrative text. And as you add information to it, you just take all the freedom you want to make connections between if you want to highlight this hill or point out something about something in here. As you make your records for each building in your landscape or each area in your landscape, you can actually create tags in the narrative that refer back to it. So the web of interaction here is up to you, how much you want to make links between these two. So to get back to the panel, just click the back button and you're back to the exhibit panel. Let me know if you have any questions. You can always email me.